Welcome back to the podcast. We're back again with another episode of Love Island. Probably a short one, but we'll see. So, obviously, as you can see by the title, CASA AMOR is here. And yeah, we're just going to get stuck in and share our thoughts of this episode. Short one, I think. Wasn't much, obviously. It's just an introduction to CASA. So they've done it new this year. They were all just chilling. They had their morning breakfast brunch thingy. And then they all got a text to gather around the fire pit. And then one of the girls got a text and welcomed the 6 girls. And they came on the terrace to say hi and whatever. So we were like, I hope they're not doing CASA like this. And then, the girl said, see you at CASA. So we're like, oh, okay. So the boys are going to go over, etc. So yeah, let's discuss, I guess, the new girls or what happened in CASA. So we didn't get any boys. The boys are tomorrow night. Today was just an introduction to the girls. So obviously in CASA, they did their challenges like kiss who you're into and all of this stuff. But let's speak about Harrison first, actually. Because Harrison, out of everybody, he's already cracking on with one of the girls. He's cracking on
with multiple girls.
I mean, multiple girls. But the girl, wherever he was sitting with her legs was all over him. His hands was all over her legs. Talking about kissing. So yeah, Harrison is messing about already. And I'm not surprised. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
I don't really care because we already saw that in him anyway.
Yeah, we saw that already.
Is what it is. I'm not surprised. So whatever. Who else? Ben has already cracked on with one of the girls. But that's fine. He's in a friendship couple.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I mean, there wasn't really anything else apart from the challenge and they're just kissing whoever they're into. It seems like a lot of them are into Connor and Harrison. Them two have got the most eyes. Nobody chose Dijon. No one.
But to be fair, like they're even not into him, or it might be because he said that he's at a 9 out of 10 with Meg. So it might be that they're getting the vibe that he's close and like there's no point in it.
Yeah,
or they're just not into him.
It's one of those options because then if none of them are actually into Dijon, that is so planned. And so not a coincidence to not bring anyone who's not into him.
Yeah.
So annoying. So annoying that he's probably going to...
I don't know why. It seems like everything that they do is like they're trying to make sure that Meg and Dijon last.
Yeah. I've been saying this as well.
They really want them to win.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they want them to win.
Neither do I. I don't know. It might be a case, like with the other years with Molly. Something about her mum or someone that was in the... that worked at ITV or something, and that's why they got rid of her, and then she came back in CASA. Do you remember?
I think it's to
with
do
Zach, Molly and Zach.
Oh, I thought you meant Molly May. I was like,
no, Molly and Zach. So imagine she might have somebody in ITV that she knows or whatever.
I think so because I don't know why they've lasted this long. And out of aside from Harrison, Dijon has moved as mad.
Yeah.
Not Harrison, sorry, Harry.
Harry, yeah.
Aside from Harry, Dijon has moved as mad.
Yeah.
So, but yet still...
And everything's a joke.
And and yet still they've lasted this long. And now we've come to CASA AMOR, which is supposed to be testing the strong couples. And according to them, they are one of the strongest in the villa.
Yep.
So, then why haven't you brought on anybody that can test them?
Exactly.
You've not brought on anybody that can test them. Because there's nobody there that is interested in Dijon. But like you said, maybe it's because they heard the 9 out of 10 and they were put off. But I don't, honestly, before that, I don't think...
Because obviously Dejan's into some of them.
Yeah, because look at the kiss he gave that girl.
Yeah.
So maybe after that challenge, he might go and speak to her and
anyway,
flirt.
I still have hopes because Dejan and Meg need to end. But since we're on the topic of Dejan and Meg, obviously in the brunch date now, Meg was like, oh, okay, so we're setting boundaries and you need to not flirt with any girls. And this man was like, oh, just calm down. And then he changed the subject. And I was just like... And then the girl turns around and says, oh, okay, but all I need is my D anyway.
So what's the point of raising? What's the point of raising that if then all of it? Oh, but it's okay as long as I got my D, it's fine. So why did you raise it then?
She has no sense.
It's
zero
not
sense.
that big of a deal. You shouldn't need to address it then.
This girl, because like I said the other day, She has invited him many times to say we're closed off. And every time he's shrugged it off, he's laughed it off, he's started talking about something else. So again, she's trying to tell him, you know, close it off.
And then also as well, when the girls are asking him what's his situation like with Meg, he's like, yeah, you know, we're in a good place, whatever. What would you rate her? He says 9 out of 10. And I'm thinking, okay, so if she's a 9 out of 10, then why not be closed off?
Exactly.
So are you waiting for it to be a 10 out of 10 before you close it off? That doesn't make no sense. Because 9 is only 1 mark off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what are you waiting for? The fact that came out of your mouth means you have 0 sense.
He has 0 sense. And then even one of the girls must have asked him, I think she was like, people are a bit confused because it's like people are acting like they're open, but they're not acting like they're open. Yeah. So can you explain what open means?
Yeah.
Because because it's true. You're just confusing everybody.
Yeah.
And he was just saying like it means like I'll still talk to a girl and I'll go on a date with her, but if I decide after that you know there's nothing there, then that's it. Yeah,
but that doesn't explain the situation you're in with Meg. If you're on a 9 out of 10, why do you need to be dating other girls? A 9 out of 10 is like Thea was saying, it's almost perfection.
Yeah.
So what are you waiting for?
Exactly.
The guy doesn't know what he's talking about. She's not a 9 out of 10.
No, she's not a 9 out of 10.
She's not a 9 out of 10, clearly, because I don't know what you're playing at. Anyway, the Deja and Meg thing is getting so boring.
So boring.
So boring.
So boring. Literally, I zone out when they speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their day, I zoned out. I wasn't listening. Yes. I don't care.
And then he was talking about the dream.
Yeah, nonsense boy, man.
He's so
nonsense
stupid.
Boy. I had a dream Meg was in it, and then she told me to just kiss every girl there. And with a massive smile on his face.
I have to honour that.
Stupid
this
boy,
man is a dumbass. He doesn't have any sense. There's not one serious bone in his body.
There's not.
Definitely not.
And definitely not a serious bone about Meg. That's for sure. So, I don't even know why he's still on this screen.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know why he's still on the screen. But whatever.
But yeah, obviously, let's talk about, I think her name's Emma. Emma is Harry's ex. So obviously, when we first found out, we were just like, oh, that's just boring because it's happened so many times now.
Yeah.
Like even Grace and Joey, it's just happened so many times. Like it's boring. But when she came on, she basically came for him, and I was like, well done. But then she was like, what did she say? She said, you're embarrassing yourself.
You don't know what you want.
Oh, you only care about yourself. You're not thinking about other people's feelings. She was saying Shakira's too good for you. You don't deserve her. She was saying, you and Helena deserve each other. You're both snakes. Yeah. I said, well done.
But then what I was thinking, like, obviously he deserved all of that because he needs to be told.
Yes, he does.
But why would you bring on his ex if his ex is not into rekindling with him? True. So you brought somebody on just to rip into him.
Yeah.
I don't see a point.
Me too.
Honestly, I don't see the point.
I don't see a point, but somebody had to do it. And if it was going to be her to do it, then let it be her. Because obviously everybody in the main villa, they're not going to tell him.
Exactly.
Because they haven't.
They haven't.
And when they try,
yeah. So nobody in the main villa has even done anything. So if it takes for one of his past, because she knows him.
Yeah.
Then let it be so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously he said that Emma is more his type than Helena, which is not a shock because Harry's already said that.
And they put that dramatic music there when he said that.
It's not dramatic.
It's not. But we know Helena's not his type.
His type's not blonde. He said that from day one. It's not confusing.
So yeah, I don't see why. Yeah, that needed a dramatic twist, and we already knew that.
Yeah, we knew that already.
And Helena's too stupid to care about it anyway because she finds any excuse to take him back. So who cares? But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. I think all of them will entertain the girls as we've seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, how it ends, I don't know. Especially with like Harrison. I don't know if Harrison will choose someone over Tony. I don't think Tony will choose anyone over him.
Well,
at this point, I don't even know. It's only the first day.
Yeah,
but the way Harrison's moving already.
Yeah, him I don't know, but I don't think Tony will.
But the thing is,
Tony will. I don't think Tony will.
But Tony said, they were sitting around the fire pit, I think, and they were asking her the question. And she said, I have zero faith in him. So if she has zero faith in Harrison, then she would choose wisely to recouple.
Yeah, but she's also a real person.
Yeah, but
so if she doesn't like him, she ain't choosing him.
Yeah, but if she said
it.
I have zero faith. So then therefore, if you have zero faith in him, the chances are he's walking back with somebody else. So why would you stand up there at the fire pit by yourself when you know in your heart he's coming back with somebody else?
Yeah.
Just recouple.
I mean, let's see what happens.
That's what India did.
Yes.
India did that. She never said she had zero faith in Dami, but she said just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, she did say that.
She was coming back with somebody else. And it's a good thing she did, because Dami recoupled.
It's true. But I'm just going off... I think I'm going off the fact that when Harrison played Tony, she had the opportunity to couple up with Ryan and she didn't. And it's because she said, I'm not feeling him. So,
yeah,
I don't know. But otherwise, yeah.
Well, I'm hoping Tony will recouple, because... Harrison boy is a boy.
Yeah.
And Tony is just too grown for that.
She's too old for him anyway.
She's too grown for that. And Harrison has proved himself to be a boy child.
Yeah, and I think obviously, I don't know their names yet. But the one that is most interested in Ben, I don't like her already.
Yeah.
Because she pulled both Ben and Giorgio, but only gave Ben the time of day. So I don't like you already. And Giorgio knew that, because Giorgio walked off.
I'll leave you two to chat. Yeah. Why would you do that?
So I don't.
Why would you do that?
So I don't like her already.
No.
And I was saying this. No, I think we commented. We made a comment. Somebody posted a comment and we responded. I think Giorgio was too nice for this villa. I don't think anyone's going to be into him.
No.
He's too nice and he's too mature.
And the thing is, because we've said this before, he says the right things, but every girl that has spoken to him always turns the conversation to sex.
Yeah, and he doesn't care.
Again.
He's enough.
No.
He doesn't care enough.
He doesn't care enough.
When they ask him the question about sex, he'll respond.
Yeah.
But it's like...
That's not the first thing he says.
No,
it's not the first thing he says, but even when he responds, it's like he's quickly trying to go to a different
conversation. It's not about that for him. Every time you ask him, what are you looking for? He always says, I'm looking for someone I can bring home to my family. I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. Then they ask him about sex. And he's like, yeah, that's important as well. But the first thing he talks about is bringing someone home and to make a family and to introduce her to my family. Every woman he has spoken to has turned it to sex.
Yeah.
He's too mature for the villa.
Yeah, he is.
Everybody on this villa this year wants sex. He doesn't just want that.
Yeah, he wants something meaningful. Yeah. And that's why Shay didn't last.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's too mature for this villa this year.
He is.
He's too mature.
So Giorgio's not going to last.
No, he's not. Last. He's not, man.
He's not going to last. Yeah, and obviously, just a quick mention, because I just think it's unacceptable. This year for CASA Amor, we have no black girls.
Yeah.
As part of the bombshells.
Yeah.
None. And every year we always have at least one.
At least one. Even if they're relevant and just,
Exactly.
No screen time.
Yeah, because a lot of the time that does happen.
There was one, there was one, but we wouldn't have known because she literally
she had no screen time
at all. Like the screen, she was literally missing from the screen.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. And this year we have none. We've seen a snippet of the boys, so we know there's 2 black men coming.
Yeah.
But we had no black woman at all.
That's questionable.
And like we were saying in one of our episodes, the fact that Alima left, Billy Kiss came in, it's like it must only be Billy Kiss. There's no other black woman at the same time.
And you know what it is? And it's because obviously when you go on Love Island, you tell them your type. So obviously none of these guys are into black girls.
Oh, you tell them your type?
Yeah. When you go in the villa, they ask you what's your type. So, obviously, none of the boys in the villa are into black girls. The only one who possibly could be is DeJong, because we know he's entertained that.
Yeah.
But is he really into black girls, or does he just appreciate something else?
Yeah.
Or does he, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he had the opportunity with Billy Kiss and didn't take it further. So, his type is obviously Meg.
And Melisha.
Same thing there.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they've done it. He probably actually isn't into them. And that's why there's none.
And you know what?
And obviously none of the other guys are.
So if that's the case, if there's no men, guys in there that are interested in black women, then it's literally just a tick box exercise. Because then Billy Kiss shouldn't have been a bombshell then.
Of course. But of course it's a tick box exercise.
Of course it is.
We know it's a tick box exercise
is,
because, literally they've proven it. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know why they are trying to make Meg and DeJong win.
I've said this, I've said it.
They're really trying to make Meg and DeJohn win, because that's why it's come to CASA Amor, and you've not entered anybody that's black.
And anybody that was
of colour or anybody. Yeah, and not because from DeJohn's track record, he's only I don't want to say tested, because was it really a test? But he's only ever really paid anybody any mind. Were those that were of colour or black person.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Now come CASA Amor, which is supposed to test the strong couples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And anybody, they claim they are one of the strong couples in the villa because they've been coupled up from the beginning. Where's their test?
Exactly.
Because DeJohn, there's nobody there that he's interested in.
Mm-hmm. And not even just that, none of the girls are obviously into him.
And none of them
picked him to kiss him.
Exactly. From the Truth or Dare game, nobody picked him. So
it's boring, man.
Why have you done that? It's strategic.
Boring, man.
No,
it's strategic.
Yeah.
And now on the flip side with the guys, obviously we've not met them yet, but we've got a little snippet. You've got at least 2 or 3 black men that are coming in.
Yeah. And we all know, and we all know that Meg is not going to entertain anybody here.
Yeah. She's not going to entertain anybody, and the only person that's interested in, let's say, black men, would be Meg, because she's already with one.
Yeah.
So why have you brought in 3?
Obviously for
2
Billy
or
Kiss
3
as well.
for Billy Kiss or
whatever.
Yeah. But the point is, it's just not. It's they've blatantly done it bad.
They did this season. They did.
To keep them to,
they definitely did.
To keep
this
them
season,
on.
They've done
they
it
definitely
bad.
did.
And to maybe keep Harry and Helena, because you brought his ex on knowing that there was no rekindling.
It's true. So why would you do that? At least in the last season, when they brought Grace, it was because she was willing or open to exploring it again.
Exactly.
Because they didn't end it.
And they did explore, and then obviously it ended again.
Yeah. But at least that's why they brought her on.
I've been saying it from time that they're pushing Meg and DeJohn.
And everyone sees it now.
They're definitely pushing
Everyone
them.
is seeing it.
Yeah, Helena and Harry, I don't know why, but... yeah.
And so I've seen some, the powers that be and the people behind the scenes. Yeah, they just really want Meg and DeJohn to win.
Or at least to be in the final.
Or at least to be in the finals. Mm-hmm. God knows why.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry, but that DeJohn man does not deserve to be in no final.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't deserve to last that long.
No, he doesn't.
And neither does Meg. But DeJohn especially. Because at least Meg, she's stupid, but she's loyal. She's not really looked anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, she's loyal to him,
She's loyal. She's not looked anywhere else. So maybe she genuinely likes him. But if she does, whatever. But DeJohn, that man is confused, and that man doesn't deserve to go to no final.
No, he doesn't. Because he's a liar and a game player.
Exactly.
He really doesn't.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that was it really. I mean, we only got an introduction to the girls anyway. So we only know one half of CASA Amor. And then it's just about tomorrow and how the boys do, who they're into.
Yep.
And potentially whose heads get turned in the girl side as well, and who's into who will be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Who jumps straight into, flirting and all of that, like Harrison, and who doesn't. Yeah, well, it's just be interesting to see.
The only girl I know that will was Yasmin.
I mean, Yasmin for sure.
Any other girl that
Billy
would
Kiss, obviously,
Shakira,
for sure.
because Shakira's single.
And Shakira.
But
so
Shakira,
for sure.
Yeah. But at least Shakira does it, in a respectful way.
Just be interesting to see Meg, obviously, Tony. Yeah, it will just be interesting. And Emily, obviously. But yeah, I think that was everything that happened in this episode. First night of CASA is here and it's over with. So two more days of CASA. Let's see how the boys perform. Let's see how the boys do. And let's see whose heads could potentially get turned on the girls' side. Like, comment and subscribe if you liked this little talk. And hopefully we'll see you back in our talk tomorrow for CASA Amor Night 2 on our podcast.